Hello, welcome back to LIBS to Lake channel. Today I received some information how to one of my followers said how do you prepare a petty cash book in Excel. He is a accountant and so we're going to talk about it today. And petty cash book and petty cash book in Excel. How do you prepare petty cash book in Excel? So I will use the I'm going to use this one as the case study. This is the Excels and Microsoft Excels. So I'm going to open this Microsoft Excel, the blank sheet. This is a Microsoft Excel. The first thing I want my audience to know, Excel is a spreadsheet software application used to store, organize, and analyze the data. This particular application. And one of the things Excel can do, and Excel was first released in 1985. I want for you to understand this. So the people start getting in the start using these systems, popularized from say 1985, and have grown to become one of the most arguably important computer program in working places around the world today. In business, any function in any industry, it can benefit from those people that have strong Excel skills. So you see the way how Excel it is. So Excel is very good. It can manipulate and store data. So that is I have a special tutorial for the introduction to Excel. So now what we're going to do, we're going to prepare Petit Cash Book. Petit Cash Book. That's what we're going to do. Petit Cash Book. So this is the questions I will pose. I decide to let me make it big so you see. So I'm using our computer schools. I'm using our computer school, Liberia Institute of Science and Basic Technology. Okay, I'm using this one as a case study to answer these particular questions in Petit Cash, how you do Petit Cash. So I say Liberia Institute of Science and Business Technology allotted 5,000 Liberian dollars. This is a LRD. So if you are in if you are far or anytime if you are in Ghana or Nigeria, if you see LRD is a Liberian dollar, that's what we mean. This is a dollar sign. So allotted 5,000 LRD particular for the month of June. And and our accountant, the office accountant, spent on the following item. Okay, this was the following item he spent on. And he spent on these foreign items. You see these are the items. So I'm going to show you how you can do this, how you can set up this report in your office using a Microsoft Excel to do everything for you good and make your report nice. That's what I'm going to show you. So now the question here is your responsibility. You should post this transaction into Petit Cash Book, and in the cash book into Petit Cash Book. That's what you need to do, is to post the transactions in the Petit Cash Book. Analyze and honor the following. Now, honor the following. Analyze it, honor the following. That few things they need from you, not everything, but a few, I think 4 different stuff. Analyze it, honor the following. 1. Transportations. B. Postages. That one, that mailing process, something like email, other stuff. Okay. C is a stationary. B. Office cleaning. Okay, so these are the 4 stages you're going to. This question will pose to you. So the one as you the accountants or a business student, the one for you to pay particular and pose this one into Excel. So just pay attention. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's very easy. It's very, very easy. I'm going to show you how to do it. So okay, back to the topic. Back to the topic. So I'm going to click to Excel here, open. The first thing, if I'm doing this work, the first thing I will click here and drag. So we're doing it together, don't worry, I will not give your time. I will click here and drag. I click this one, mail and sentence. I think you already know all these things. If you watch my first video, you know how to do this about Excel beginners. So I paste this work, and I type this institution name here. So I will use the word Petit Cash Book. And so I'm going to use the word Petit Cash Book. and so I want to bring this in the center. So I want to increase the text size so you can see what I mean. Okay, this is it. So this is a okay, this is what I think you've seen this work. I can even color it like this beautiful. Now, the first thing you after you set a web up like that, because you have to do unique work in your office. That's why I decided to set it up. The first thing you need to do here is you come on here. If I'm the one that's setting this work up to my office, you will come on here. The first thing you have to place here is a PV number. So we use the PV number, PV, and we use the PV number. As a counter, we call it, this is a volume number where you record the edit transaction. So it's the first thing you select the date. You have to know when you're doing the transactions. You know, the second one here, in the third one here, you need to know the descriptions of the transactions. Some accountant can use particular, they can say particular, they can type here particular, but for me, I will use descriptions. You know, okay, use description. Now, after the descriptions, you have to know what I use. You can use float, and this one is the floors as an accountant. You know what I mean, and receive. So here we type the receive. So we have the receive here. Okay, there's some things I want for you to understand here before I begin. Now, mind you that in accountings, the debit can always be on the left, and this can always be the credits will always be on the right. So I want for you to know that. So if you are not that too good at accounting, but these are the things. So what you need to do, our mail here, our mails and center here, I type debit. I will type debit here, debit, so that you will know that I'm giving a very unique financial report here. So I will place this, yeah, just trying to make some wording so that you can see what we are up doing. So this is it. Okay, now we're here. This is a debit. So now you already know in accounting that for every debit, it should always be credit. So what we're going to do, this same information that I here, I will I will record these informations on this side. I will record it on the head again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clip it. The next one I place here is the date. So after the date, I use a description here again. I use descriptions. After the descriptions, I would like to use a PV number. This is a PV number. I will also like to use and totals. Let me just place totals. That's what I was going to do. Totals. Just going to put totals. That's it. So I will use total. So to make the our tutorial very fast, so I'm going to use total so that it will not be still on business here. I think we are through with it. Now we have this. We have this. We already have this basic stuff here. After the totals, we need to have the four items that they are talking about. The four items we are talking about. So the first one that they say we should use the case study on four different items. I think the first one is transportations. If I'm not forgetting, the transportation is transportations. We have that already. The first one is transportation, as you can see. And the second one will be and postages. So we can use this one. We can use this one. We can use the postages, and the other one will be stationery. So stationery. After the stationery, we can use office cleaning. We can use the office cleaning. Okay, I think we have this. We have the office cleaning here. So we have this. I think everything is on course now. Now see, this is the same information we have, and it's also applied to the other one here under the descriptions. This is a description type. So we have everything. So that the first one we're going to do here, it is how to enter this entry. How to enter this entry. Mind you, this is a questions. This is a questions. It says Liberia Institute of Science and Business Technology have 500 LRD petty cash for the month of June. That means our accounts are being debited. That's what they are saying. So we have to enter, and the 500 LD is already being debited. That's what we are saying. Okay, so that means these accounts are being debited $500. So the first thing we enter this 500 LRD. So let me show you how we enter this number. So we can say PV number. This is first money that we give, and for June. Our exercise is on June, so you can place June here. Petty cash bowl. You can place June here. Sorry, I forget June. Okay, date. So we say this money will give to all by June 4th. So we said June. We place here June. Right, June here, June 1st. We can place 2022. Use that one. This is June 5, 2022. I think you can see it. Good. Descriptions. What was the money? It was cash that were given to the office. It was a cash that were given to the office. So we use the cash. On the debit side, the flow, you can jump over the flow. The receipt is $500. Cash was what? $500. So we use this one. The cash was $500. So $5,000. The $5,000. Now we have completed our debit side of the cash book of the PT cash book. We have completed our debit side of the PT cash book. So we have a $5,000 is already here. Now, as I told you that in the accountings for every debit, there's a credit. So here we make a sentence and enter the credit side of our account. So we use the credit side of our account. We use the credit side of our account. I think this is the credit side of our account. I can make this one I do. So you see what we are doing. This is the credit side of our account. Now, so back to the entry. We already finished with the debit side because the $5,000 were debited. They debit our account, this institution account, and this money was given. This money was given. This money was given 5,000 petty cash for the month of June. Our office accountant spent on this foreign items. These are the items he paid for. I think you can see it. These are the items he paid for. So we want to know how to enter this. The requirement, the responsibilities for us as the accountants is to enter this thing into petty cash book and analyze it under the foreign transportation, postage, stationery, and office clearing. That's what we're going to do. So let's go back to Excel here. So this is the Excel. Now, the first thing we have to enter here, now the transaction start on June's. If you look here, if you look at the question here, if you look at here, it says on June's, the June's what? The June 2nd, there was something DHL mail, $200. So now we're going to enter that one here. And we're going to enter that one here. I'm just going to copy this, some of this way. So you come back to this one. June what? So we type here June seconds. We got June seconds, 2022, 2022. We type here June 2nd, 2022. What we do here in June 2nd, 2022, description of the items that we're going to enter. That's what we have put in. So it was DSL mail. These are DSL mail that we have. So you have an option to reduce it. So okay, DSL mail. So which is the first entries on our agenda. So the first PV number is the entry number. Totals. How much was the totals that were given to all? And how much was the total that were given to all? We had to also know that the totals of this money. And the totals of the money were $200. Was $200. The money that we spent, the first money he spent on June 20th, it was what, $200. This is a $200 on the petty cash. So you have to highlight this. This is $200. This is a $200. Okay. The description say DS, what they call analyze 16. Our question here say look at the questions very carefully. Look at the question very carefully. It said, the questions here say, pose the transaction into PTCR board. Analyze it under the following transactions: transportations, postages, and stationery and office cleanings. That's what the transactions are being. So, okay, as you can see, right here we already have a June on the June 2nd, 2022. We have this. This was the description. But based on the questions that we have here, I think you can see it. What I will do for you so that at least we all can view it, I will try to reduce this, and position this like this so we can view it together as one. So these are the questions. You can look at it, you can copy it, everything that is there to practice it on your own. You can practice it on your own. Okay, the first one, the first entry we are passing is a June 2nd. DSL is a mail. So what do you think this DSL mail is supposed to be on? So by right it's supposed to be on this particular one. Is if you check analyze the post, it's supposed to be under the postage. Postage have something associated with mailing. So postages some have something associated with mail. So we finish answer number one, the first one, June 2nd. So what you need to do, just click to your stop and go to postages, and you place your $200 under the postages here. Honors here, paste postages, you put your $200, because we want to know at the end of the month how much we spend on transportation, how much we spend on the stationery, how much we spend on the office cleaning. All these things we want to know at the end of the month. So that's why we are doing the petty cash for. So we come. So what I'm going to do here for you, I'm going to just copy the whole stuff and just paste here so that the videos will not stay long, so that we will not waste our time. So you can easily copy this thing and paste. Just take your own time and write everything there. So that's what I'm going to do here. That's what I'm going to do. You see, I already copied and paste here, and I already copied and paste here. Okay, 200 are under the postages. So now we have another one here. June 6th, few. So what do you think he spent a few on us? The first one is the few. We have here June's on the June 4. June 4, stationary, June 4, sorry, June 4, stationary. So what do you think we can spend the stationary on? How much was the stationary? We had to know that the $460 for the full stationary. So the total for stationary is 460. 460. So we got a 460. So stationary is honor wise, stationary is honor yada stationary. This is honor stationary. So we type the same 460 here again. That is where he can feel unique PTK. This is a full stationary. Seen it? So now we can highlight this. I just make the work everything here bold so that you can see what we are doing. You can see it good. Okay. So, yeah. So now we finish with that. We got June 6th. June 6th is what? What is on June 6th? If you look at June 6th, we have June 6th. If you check there, you will see June 6th. June 6th we have fuse. So where the fuse supposed to go on? We believe that the fuse supposed to go on the transportation. So fuel is $330, 330. So you say $330, $330 for the fuel. So you come under the transportation here. Under the transportation here, you type 350 because the few have relationship with transportation. You don't have relationship with mailing or stationary or office cleaning. So you have relationship with transportation. That's how you can enter petty cash. That's how the accountants can do. So you can click right here and type the $330. So after that we have June 6th. We have another thing June 6th, which is transportation. Transportations, how much did they spend on transportation? 140. So we have 140 on the transportations. We have 140. So you type here 140, 140. That is on the June 6th year. So 140. So you type here 140. So if that is a total, mind you that everything that you do, the total that you pay for it, before you have to pull here before you start giving the description where you spend it on. So you come right here and say 140. 140 is under the transportations. So we also come here June 9, June 9, the 9th of June, we spend diesel for car. It has something to do with transportation. So our diesel for car, you have to have $420 for diesel for car. So diesel for car is diesel. So that means it should be under the transportation 420. Under the 420 transportation should be under the 420. Okay, the main secret about petty cash entry in Excel, just know what your transactions have related to. Then you see diesel for transportation. Diesel, why will you use diesel in a car? It's for transportation, so that's why I use it. You can use it for stationery or other stuff. That's the easier way to understand accounting, especially the petty cash book. So understand what the particular transactions have related to it. So we have another one here. We have another one here. June, cleaning the material. So how much was the materials? It was 350. So you put 350. 350 is, if it 350 is here. So 350. All what I'm saying, 350. So 350 is for clearing. So 350. So if you come here, you see office clearing. So what you need to do is come right here, you click here, office clearing, 350. So you type your 350 there, 350 for your office clearing. So you already got that. So you come here, say June transportations. Transportations, how much was that money again? 120. So that means it's a transportations another 120. So you type there on a one transportation, the total is how much? 120. So you use it, you type it under the transportation here is a 120, so that we can know how much was spent under the transportation. We have another one, office envelope. June 10 it was office envelope. So if you check the office envelopes, it was $90. So the first thing you got to get a total here for is $90. You place the total amount that you spend, $90. So after that, you come right here. You say the envelope should be under the what stationery. It's envelope. You check here. Envelope should be part of the stationery. You check here. You check on your questions. You have to know your place where the question is here. The question is here. So here you check here June 7th. You should know. We got transportation, postery, office cleaning. So you will know. So envelope should be part of the stationery. So you check that. You place it under the stationery. So you come back to Excel. You come back to Excel here. You see the stationery envelope. Envelope is stationery. So you press enter. You press, sorry. This is a envelope is $90. You place here $90. So you press $90. So you come right here again. We have another juice office cleaning. Office cleaning is office cleaning or 450. So you type 450 here. And, so you already know where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be under the office cleaning here. This is the office cleaning. You see here, you place here, and that is the easier way to have to do the petty cash book, so that no one will able to ask you too much question. So this is it. So you see, so we have our local travel. So local travel is June 6th. That will local travel spend. So how much is that June 6th? So you look here, and if you look here, how much for June 6th for local travel was $950, $950 Liberian dollars. So 950, you get a 950. That the first thing you always have to put a total here before you continue. It was spent on our transportation, so we have a 950 on the transportations. So we have another one here. Fuels. How much was spent on the fuel? 220. $220 it was spent. That is the total price. So you come by here. Fuel is on our transportation. Fuel have to related with transportation. So you place here 220 $220. So that's why you can do. So after that, you price enter. You come back to the other one here again. The last one is a June's. It's a June 24 postal stamp. So postal stamp, I think you can already see postal stamp. So if the first thing you have to know how much is a postal stamp. So $300. So you place your $300 under the total. $300. It was a postal stamp that we make. So you had to place that one to the $300. So after that, you place that one under the postages. This is a postage. Postage is on here is a postal stamp. So you place a $300. You see $300. Okay. Now you have completed the entry of the petty cash. All the questions have been answered. All our questions have been answered. These are the four topics we talk about. The four key area: transportation, postage, stationery, and office cleaning. So if you decide to come to Microsoft Word based on our questions I wrote in Microsoft Word, transportation, postage, stationery, office cleaning. So that is we have already entered. All these entries have been completed successfully. So you can easily pause the videos and copy all these things for practice level. You can copy it and try it whether we have the same answer. So what you need to do, let's go back to the videos, the Excel, so we can continue with our calculations. So what you need to do here is you first need to know here the total, how much was spent for the month of June, how much was spent for the month of June. So you click here, you can use the auto sum here. This is auto sum to just calculate all the additions, or you can use this auto sums, or you enter your own set formulas. Let me enter the formula manually so you can understand, but I can click the auto sums, everything will come right away like this. All the formulas is already here. You see, I already get a $4,030 was spent. $4,030 was spent. So we already have that. $4,030 was spent. The total money that was spent on the month of June is $4,030. But if you want to enter the formula manually, I can delete this formula. You press equal sign. You can just type your equal sign here. And you type your equal sign, you type sum, SUM. After the SUM, you use the tab key, parenthesis open. Just use the mouse, you click here and drag all the way down to this last one, and parenthesis close. Use this one, parenthesis close. From there, you press enter. That's the same 430. You see the answer is very good. So now I don't want to waste my time too much on entering the formula. I believe that you know most of this thing already. So that you come here. So how much we spend on the transportation for the month of June on the petty cash for the month of June? How much we spend on the transportation? So here you just use the auto sum. You enter your business formula like I told you how you can respond to your formula. So after you enter sum, just drag and handle this one and use a parenthesis close and press enter. Now you spend the total money you spend was $2,180. That's the money that you spend, $2,180. Yes, $180. That's what you spend for the month of June. So here under the total here should be what? If you calculate this, the total here, if you calculate, you can use your equal sign again. You can use your equal sign, get type sum, SUM, you use a parenthesis, open a get clip and drag here, and use a parenthesis close, and you get a $500 was spent. So here you also come here, you use your equal sign as we do it manually, so you can see. You press your equal sign, use the tab key, so you get clip and drag. That is the formula that you're doing. So you use a save and parenthesis close, you press enter. That is a 550. So how much it was spent on the office cleaning? So you can just use your equal sign again here. You can use your equal sign again here. You type SUM. That is a sum. So mind you that we use the equal sign. If you was in school when you were solving your mathematics, the math instructor always use the equal sign always come first. So know that It's still applying Excel too. So this is it. You use it and press enter. 800. Now you have successfully completed your your petty cash in Excel. This is a petty cash book that you face in Excel. This is your credit. This is a debit. This is a debit. The 500 here. I will make it big so that you can see it. This is the money that we're giving to us from. But this is the money that we're giving. So now you have it. You have it. So now what we need to do now, what we need to do here is after we enter all these things. Now we already know the grand total here is how much. The grand total here we have a shoe bid. The grand total we have here is the grand total we have is $4,030. So we have the $4,030. Now what we need to do is to get an opening balance. We need to type something called opening balance. So for the month of for the opening balance for the June for the July opening balance for July. So you can easily drag this one like this, and you can drag this. If you or let me reduce this month so that everything can fit. I think you see it. Okay, so you can. Okay, here you can you can come right here under this one. You can come right here. You come to the date. After you come to the date, right here you is able to enter the July. It's just say July. July. We have July 1st. We have July 1st. July 1st. July 1st. So we use July, July 1st of July. So we were 2022. So we'll have a 1st of July opening balance. So we'll mail and center here. Our mail and center, I'll just type your opening balance. Opening balance. Okay, opening balance. This is the opening balance. The opening balance here. So what you need to do to get this opening balance for the month of after the June, we are already July. To get a opening balance for this, you will need to do small little subtraction here. So what we need to do here, when we subtract the total money from here, the 5,000 from the 4,000, what will be the totals here? So we place your equal sign again. You place your equal sign. You subtract this money minus. We subtract this money, minus from these totals that we collected. So we press enter. When we press enter, we have 970s. I hope you seen it. 970s. Let me show you. Okay, 970. This is it. So this is a 970 we have. So this is a 970 we have. And we subtract this from this. It give us the 970. This is it. If you want to see the formula, this is a formula. This is 970. So now, as you can see, we already know 970 is the total money that left in the is the total money that left in this money here that we have. So it's the total money we have in these areas. So what you need to do, the opening balance here now, we will place our 970 here. The C 970, it has to be equal to the totals we have here. For the balance we have here for every debit is correspond 970 we have here. You see 970. So this 970 that we have here, $970 will be the opening balance for the month of July if we started entering any information of July. So if we have started doing any information of July, this is the way how you do petty cash. And this is where you do petty cash. This is the way you do petty cash. So this is the way you do petty cash, as you see. So now you can view it. This is it. This is a petty cash. You can just use a dollar sign. If all these things are money, you can just highlight like this and click on your dollar sign. So now you successfully get all your dollars is setting. That is it. So this way you get your successful petty cash. We see this is a petty cash. and this way you calculate and set out the particular. So now we have the July. The month of July, the opening balance for month of July will be $970 because that is the total money that remain. So that is it. So we have, yes, the June. This is the total money that was spent on particular $4,030 on the various issue. On the transportation, we spend 2,180. On the postage, we spend 500. On the stationery, we spend 540, 550. On the office cleaning, we spend $800. So thank you very much for watching. I believe that you can take your time and view this thing over and do it step by step so that at least we can have a corresponding answer. Thank you very much and continue subscribing. If you have any other comment or you have some other lapses or other topic that you want to discuss, you want for us to discuss about, just let me know in the comment section, so I will definitely respond to it. Thank you very much.